All right, y'all. So this is like my third time recording this video, and I just want to get this message out, right? I realize I just want to encourage the person that's out there, that's the solo cleaner. You've been doing this for a little while, and you are getting exhausted, you burnt out, and you're feeling like, man, does it get any better? And I'm here to let you know it gets better, right? You can make it happen to where you get a team. And I'm speaking from experience right here, right? Because I used to be that person. I used to be the guy who would go out and clean everything by myself. I felt like I had to do everything in order for the business to be successful. But I realized, y'all, it was a cap that I was putting on myself. Right now, here's the thing. I made a simple shift of turning from the lone wolf to the pack leader, right? And it has to happen up here first. But I want to let you know that if you want to do something like this message may not be for everybody right now. Like some of y'all who just getting started, this message may not be for you, but I'm telling you, you'll get to a point, if you want to grow, you'll get to a point where it's like, man, this is too much for me to do alone, right? Because I have all of the load on myself, right? I'm cleaning everything. I'm driving, falling asleep at the wheel. That was me, right? That was my life for a long time. But I want to tell you that it is possible to make it happen right now. Let's get into the pros and cons of, being a lone wolf and a pack leader, right? So when you are a lone wolf and you get your first contract, right? You go out there, you either go cold calling or you go door to door like I did. You get a client to say, you know what? Yes, we want to do business with you, right? When that happens, you are the one going to fulfill the work too, right? That's what we're doing in the beginning. We're going to go clean, right? And that's great. It feels awesome. You got your thing going. But here's what happens after a while. You start getting more and more opportunities. You start building up to a point where now you are stretching yourself thin. You know who you are, right? I'm speaking to me a couple years ago, right? That's where I was at. When you are a lone wolf, you ain't got to worry about nobody stealing nothing, right? Ask me how I know, right? You ain't got to worry about nobody doing a horrible job. You know you're gonna get the job done right? And you ain't got no overhead. You ain't got to pay nobody, right? It's all coming to you, right? Now, here's the drawbacks. When it comes down to these big contracts coming your way, right? You have to either work 10, 12, 13 hours a night in order to make these happen, or you have to let it pass by, right? Some of the big construction cleaning jobs that I've done, right? If I didn't have a team to help me with that, there's no way it's getting done, right? So I'm saying all this to say, in order to have more impact, in order to make more income and make a bigger difference in your community, you have to figure out how to make that subtle shift to becoming a pack leader, right? One quote that really helped me was, you can go fast alone, but you can go farther together, right? I did a little drawing right here. Now you probably gonna see the window and the reflection of this, but I wanted to show y'all this, right? This is the lone wolf, right? Over here, right? This is about how much you can do, how much impact you have in your community, how much income you can bring in, and as many clients you can take care of comfortably, right? You by yourself, lone wolf. Over here, we got the pack leader mentality and philosophy. I know this drawing isn't all that, but I want to just give you a visual representation of when you are a pack leader and you got a pack of people helping you out, look how much impact you got. There's literally a whole lot more overhead, but here's the thing. You serving more clients, right? You making more income. You helping out more people, right? I got this business. I can make an income and impact, and I can help out more people. Another thing too that I realized, y'all, is when I started bringing people on the team to help me out, it was like, it wasn't all on just my ideas, like what I could think about. I could have other people that have other, I would say, experience, or they may have another way of doing something that I never thought about, right? There's been several times where I got team members be like, hey, Darian, how about we do this or do that? And I'm like, that is great. You go ahead and do that yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of stuff right there, the collaboration aspect, and like I say, the impact on your community. You might ask, Darian, like, what does it take? How do we do this? Y'all, I always talk about studying the right people, right? Study people who are doing that already. You may need to get a coach. You may have to get a mentor or something that can show you the steps to take, right? I got videos talking about this, but this book right here, right? This book, The E-Myth Revisited. Now, it said right here, why most small businesses don't work and what to do about it, by Michael E. Gerber, right? Now, I ended up reading that book. They may have it on audio as well, but I ended up reading that book, and he talks about the 3 phases of business, right? People get stuck in operator mode, right? That's where I got stuck at, right? And the story is somewhat of a parable where there was a lady who learned how to bake pies. She was really great at it. People would say, girl, you need to open up a bakery shop. You need to open up a pie shop, whatever, right? She ends up opening up this pie shop and then finding herself she's making all the pies by herself all the time. She's missing out on actually running a real business, right? She's getting stuck in that, and she's pretty much found herself in a position where she's got another job again, right? That's what we don't want. We have to take that operator cap off, the technician, where we're the one that's doing the thing so much, and move to that next level of being a manager. I always talk about the 4 levels of value by Myron Golden, right? Where you got implementation, that's the one that's baking the pies. That's the one that's cleaning the building. Then you got unification, which is management. That's the person that is overseeing the operation and helping things move and flow. That's somewhere where I'm at right now. And now I'm working on getting to that next level of communication and putting managers in place for what we got going on, right? And this is possible for you too, but you have to make this, you have to take the steps, you have to make the right moves, you have to increase some in your mindset, do something in there to get the old ways and patterns of thinking out of there and get to a point where you can actually do this. Here's the thing too, y'all. I remember going to it was a conference in Atlanta. You had Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher there, Jesse Itzler, Inky Johnson, a couple other big time speakers that was there, right? Motivating us, all this good stuff. And I remember leaving that particular conference saying to myself, I am not going to leave here empty handed, right? Where I don't do nothing after this. I got to make something happen. And that's when I decided, you know what, man? I got this building that's 45 minutes away from me. I am ready to get rid of that, not get rid of it. I'm ready to delegate it. I'm ready to get to a point where I'm not having to go out there every single day. I was burning a lot of gas, and I said, you know what? I'm about to start with one person. Start with one person, delegate one task, do one thing at a time, right? And that's what I did, y'all. I ended up going out there. I did got some coaching from my mentors. They talk about getting on Indeed, right? What's the hiring process? Sit down with somebody, interview them, ask them questions, take it serious, and do it like a real professional. They don't have to know this, that it's the first time doing this. However, one thing that I did was, when I did hire my first person, I let them know, hey man, just let you know, you're the first person I'm putting in this building, and I want you to help me do this, right? Help me be a good leader for you, right? Make sure I'm being clear, like ask me questions. Let's do this together, right? And that's how I started to become a pack leader. I started with one person. I delegated one building. I was cleaning all the other ones, but that started to let me know, like, bro, this is going smooth. And of course, you got challenges. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about, like, hopefully this person is trustworthy. Make sure you got your insurance and everything taken care of and all that stuff in place, right? But the simple fact is, if it can be done with one, it can be done with all of them, right? And when I moved to Florida, that's what I realized, right? I was like, bro, I can do this. And I just wanted to get that out and just let you guys know, like, bro, you can do it. Or sister, you can do it. If you out there and you've been doing all this work by yourself, you know that you are a master of that craft, right? Now it's time to make the shift from being the lone wolf to the pack leader. And I gotta say, this video right here will tell you exactly how to make that shift and make it concrete. For when you become a pack leader, watch this video. That's what you gotta do next. Thank you for watching this one. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.